May I offer you some smoke out of my barrel, sir? So, as you could have already heard at the beginning of this video, this gun is GBBR, so it has gas blowback system. Gas blowback system makes this gun even more fun than standard EAGs or EAPs, just simply because this is so much fun to do. And yeah, also it is pretty loud. Well, anyways, as I said, this gun was produced by the VE company and it currently costs around 120 to 140 bucks. The price basically depends on where you buy this gun. I personally bought it for 130 bucks alongside on Airsoft Pro, alongside with these two metal magazines, each of capacity for 15 BBs. Also, I must mention that this gun is made out of full metal and with this tiny plastic part, but yeah, it doesn't really matter. It feels extremely real or realistic in your hands, also due to the... oh, I already have the magazine in it. Also due to the fact of the gas blowback system, as I'm gonna mention a lot probably in this video, because I'm really happy about that. This is my first gas blowback replica, and yeah, it is just pretty loud and it gives you this great, well, immersion of shooting. So yeah, I would definitely recommend it. In my opinion, Airsoft GBBRs are basically more fun or better than the standard EAGs or EAPs, or EAP pistols, I mean. However, there are some of the disadvantages in comparison to the EAGs or EAPs, and the number one is basically you really need to maintain it a lot, so you need to buy yourself silicone oil. Second disadvantage you need to keep in mind is basically the limitation of capacity of the magazines. So this one is only for 15 BBs, and yeah, you run out of the BBs pretty quickly on the field. So if you like to spam the enemy with the BBs, this gun might be actually not the right deal for you. The third disadvantage of all of the GBBRs is basically that you can't actually play that much with them in the cold weather. So how to actually fix them, or what does even cold weather mean? So cold weather basically means freezing temperatures, or 10 to 15 degrees below zero is also considered a bit of the colder weather for the GBBRs. If you only use the green gas though. If you want to play in 10 to 15 degrees below zero, above zero, well, then you probably should consider buying some red gas, because then it is basically fine. It is more pressure gas, so your replica would just handle it better, or you wouldn't just cool it down completely, and so it wouldn't jam. And if you want to play just with the regular, let's say green gas or CO2 bombs, then basically the temperature, the ideal temperature is 20 to 25 degrees Celsius. So also please keep in mind that this gun actually doesn't have the full automatic fire regime, it only has semi-automatic fire regime, which doesn't actually really matter that much, since it all comes down to you being able to just press the trigger a lot of times over and over and over again. But yes, still keep in mind that GBBRs in general, or the GBBR pistols, even this one, are basically just for your experience and immersion on the field. They aren't super effective weapons again in comparison to some EAPs for 100 BBs with 100 BBs magazines and full auto regime of fire, or even some Airsoft LMGs such as the RPK that I also reviewed in one of my videos, which actually have some electric powered magazines for 2500 BBs. So yeah, they aren't just some super effective weapons in comparison to these, the GBBRs, I mean, but still they are extremely fun to use on the battlefield. Well, also I must say that this gun is extremely fun to use and extremely effective in some CQB areas or some indoor arenas. So overall I would give this gun rating of 9 or 8 out of 10, just simply because how fun it is to shoot, and also I didn't have any troubles, special troubles with running it. I mean, all of the disadvantages are basically common or still the same for all of the GBBRs, even the long GBBR rifles. And yeah, so only thing that kind of is, well, a bit bad is some of the magazines I actually have for this gun are kind of more gas leaking, to say that. So sometimes I also had troubles with just filling these magazines to the fullest, and just let's say after 5 rounds it basically stopped working. So you also really need to keep in mind that this might actually occur, and you need to be okay with that. So if you actually order like 5 magazines at one time, and then like you find out 1 or 2 aren't actually that good, you can still just make or fill in a complaint and just get your money back. This gun is also extremely historically significant, and probably everyone actually heard about this gun or actually saw it in some sort of movies or games. Let's say it is pretty popular in Czech mafia games, or for example in some Battlefield 1 if someone plays that anymore. But yeah, still I must say that this gun is pretty iconic and historically important also, or significant also, just due to it being present in the First World War, Second World War, war in Korea, Vietnam War. This gun is extremely nice to have, and also in combination with my M1911 Thompson EAG from the SEMA company, this feels pretty old school. I would definitely recommend you to buy this gun if you are some sort of fan of history, or you just want to have a fun on a field with some iconic gun.